Welcome to the call Shivoham, Roop, Motkul Anand and family, Bridget, Shivoham, Kiran Kathuria, Gaurish, Ashok Mohan, Girish and Rajendra, Shivoham, Veena, Ashok Nichani.
Here you're muted.
Thank you. Now am I okay? Did I miss anybody? Rekha, Shivoham, I don't know whether you heard me. Ashok, did you hear me, Kshani? Okay, so with that note, I am in a freezing Kashmir today, and I start with an interesting question. I hope you all saw the question on the screen. Why did the Buddha renounce the palace, leave the palace? What made him leave?
Here you're muted again.
Administrator, why are you muting me? I think it.
Yeah, it's okay now, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Gautam, for being so prompt. So the question is, why did the Buddha renounce the palace and the world? Who's answering the question?
Shivam Guruji.
Shivoham, Sanjay Das.
He had, we all know the story. When he went outside, he saw the suffering, old people, death. So what is the purpose of coming to this life, and how we can overcome all this suffering, birth, sickness, death, aging, all this? To overcome that, he renounced the world for searching that.
So let us spend one more minute on this subject. Okay, Sanjay Das?
Yeah.
You agree
Shivam
with me
Guruji.
that the Buddha had everything, Sanjay Das? He had everything a man could dream of.
Yes, sir.
He had palace, money, women, wine, pleasure, name, fame. Matlab, he was better than a Bill Gates or for that matter, Ambani. Correct?
Yes.
He was a king. Still, he renounced the palace. He renounced his beautiful wife. He left his little child and he went into a quest.
Yes.
It is very relevant for all of us who are on this call, right? So why? Anybody? Please attempt. It's a very important question for you to attempt. Why? Why did he do it? Why did he renounce and go? Just, Sanjay Das, you're saying just because he saw suffering, is that the only reason?
No. He wanted to see, because he wanted ultimate moksha and nirvana. Only after, why the problems come, he wanted to find that answer. This type of suffering, aging, birth, death, which he saw, he wanted to find the cause.
So Sanjay Das, so he knew very well that this was not life.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So let us spend 5 minutes more today, 5, 6, 10 minutes today. It's an amazing, I'll tell you something. This can become a turning point of your life to enlightenment.
He realized.
So who's speaking? Rekha. Bolo Rekha.
Yeah. He realized that he's not the body and the mind.
My dear Rekha, that happened later.
Okay.
Why did he leave the palace? Why did he leave the palace and his money and wealth and everything and go? Kyun?
He saw deaths and.
So, just because he saw death, that's all? That's right. That's the reason he left everything and went?
No, then he realized that to search the purpose of life.
Komal and Rekha, you have to cut your volume. One of you has to cut your volume and you have to put mute. You have to do two things. Only one speaker should be on and mute should be on. Then the sound key will not come. Okay, come on, continue, Rekha.
He realized that after death, he wanted to know that who he is.
Okay, so think a little bit more. Who else would like to try? Why did Buddha leave everything and go? Why?
Here I can try.
Girish, yes, Girish will give a profound answer. Let us hear Girish.
I guess Buddha must have entertained a question in his head.
Yeah.
I want money. I got it. I want good family. I already have. I am leading a royal life. But can I escape old age, disease, and death? There must be a fundamental question, the answer to which is not known. I should go in talash for getting an answer myself, because so far I have not come across with any acceptable answer. That's why he left his kingdom and went in talash.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you, Girish.
Sir,
So-
could I try?
Yes, please, everybody can and should.
Shivam Sirji,
Shivam Ashok.
he realized the purpose of life was not this worldly desires and all. The purpose
Ashok.
of life was something
Ashok,
different.
did he renounce because he realized, Ashok?
Ah,
Or did he renounce? Did he realize after he renounced?
after.
So the question that you are saying is again, I want you to get the picture very clear in your head, Ashok. The Buddha was a king. He had all the pleasures in the world.
Okay.
Was he mad? Was he crazy mad? One night, he left his wife, his child, his palace, everything, money, everything, and he walked out. Ashok, my question is why?
That's what I think, sir. After that, he realized that
No,
the
after
purpose of
that,
life is
no. We are not worried about after that what happened. We want to know before that what happened. Why he left the palace. And why we are not able to leave the palace. Ashok, why you and me are not able to leave and why Buddha left?
he could not see the suffering of the people.
So
Suffering.
by leaving the palace, suffering would be over?
He thought, I'll leave this thing and I will go on a thing to help the poor.
No, he did not go to help the poor. He was not interested in helping the poor. Be clear about it.
Okay.
So who else wants to try?
Can I try, sir?
Yes, Savita, please try.
I can finish.
Anybody, you all can choose one by one. Come on, please continue.
Sir, he wanted to understand what is suffering. Not see, he wanted to understand. So I think he fasted for long to understand what the poor people were going through by not having food. He wanted to experience that, but I think within your family, no one will allow you to fast for so long till you reach starvation. So he really wanted to experience what the poor people or the people who really didn't have anything, understand what is suffering.
Okay. I am not sure. I have my own view, so I will tell you. But I'm not saying you're wrong. But I want you all to think. You know something, Samita?
Huh?
We are not able to leave an ordinary family.
Yeah.
Forget about a princess and a future king, a prince. Forget about being a king. We are not able to leave our attachments. We are not able to leave our life and go on a talash, go on a quest. Why did the Buddha do it? This should inspire us. Why did the Buddha do it? I'm trying to get to the root. Like Girish gave a very contemplative answer. Okay, so very deep. But why? Simple. I want some simple answers. Why did the Buddha do it? Anybody else wants to try?
Here I can try here. Namaste,
please try.
Master. Shivamer,
Shivoham.
I can add as that he realized that we come with nothing and we go with nothing. So he used to tell that what is the use of living in this material world? So he had renounced this world.
So just because we come with nothing and go with nothing, he renounced. Why would he want to renounce? Just because we come with nothing and go with, why should he renounce? You all are missing the key point. You all are missing a very key point.
Maybe Shivoham Guruji, maybe Lord Buddha wanted to go in the path of enlightenment.
Okay, so what did he do?
So he left all the
He
When
wanted
you
to
say-
know the goal of his life.
1 second. Tanu, when you say he wanted to go on the path of enlightenment, explain, Tanu, what do you mean, Tanu?
he wanted to he left all the attachments, whether it is materialistic or with people, with loved ones, and he wanted to be undisturbed and go in the path of enlightenment.
What did he want? What do you think he wanted?
He wanted peace of mind.
No. No. Yes, not no. Maybe yes, a little bit. I think he also wanted peace of mind, but he was looking for something deeper.
Yes.
Buddha was looking for the answer. Buddha knew that this is not life. Yes, Atmatrai. We'll take
yes.
Atmatrai's opinion before we get. Bolo Atmatrai.
Buddha wants mukti from dukkha.
Correct.
Yes. And he went for talash.
But you think Buddha did not have dukkha? No, Buddha was a king. No, he had all sukha.
He has seen, sir.
No, he has seen other people having dukkha.
Yes,
But
yes.
he had no dukkha.
Correct.
Then why he left?
Sir, God realization.
Master, he wanted to know the truth of the life.
Okay, Veena, good. Thank you. He wanted to know the good truth about life. Govardhan, good. Govardhan,
God realization.
no, Govardhan, for your information, Buddha never searched for God.
Yes.
Just for your information. Buddha and God don't go together. He
Yes,
doesn't
sir.
talk about God. Just for your
Yes, sir.
information. Okay? Just
Thank
for
you,
your
sir.
information, Buddha does not talk about God. He does not deny God. He does not talk about God. Shivoham, Bolo Rajendra.
आता आपल्याला ते
Actually, when he was standing in the gallery of his palace,
Yeah.
when he saw that some people were carrying the dead body of their near and dear ones, and all the people were, in misery, and some people were crying, etc. And immediately he went in depth thinking about the life, and he wanted to know what are the real reasons behind the people's suffering. That people are so they are living mysterious. I mean, दुखी हो रहे सब लोग. तो इसके पीछे क्या कारण है? वो कारण ढूंढने के लिए उन्होंने सब चीजों का, सब सुखों का त्याग किया.
Good. I think that is quite, because why, Rajendra, you are touching a very important point, and the group should know. Buddha spoke about one key term, what you are talking about, and you didn't use the word, but I'm just telling the word. He spoke of the word dukkha. I don't know whether you use the word dukkha. Buddha used the term dukkha. Dukkha. This world is full of dukkha. If you look at Buddha's actual words, he said this world is full of dukkha. So what he said, Atmatray, does your colleague want, your partner wants to say something, Atmatray, before I continue?
Guruji, pranam Guruji, I want to say he wanted to find the root cause of his suffering of the people. Why it is happening like this in the world, that people are aging and dying and suffering from dukkha? He wanted the root cause and how he can get rid of that thing. He
Okay,
want
good.
the
Yes.
answer. He wanted the answers of those questions.
Correct. You are right. You are right.
And
I'm going to come back to
secondly-
Rajendra's point and
Sir,
Kiran's point and
can I-
Girish's point. But
Secondly-
I was asking Atmatra. I thought Atmatra is. Does your friend want to speak? The person with you, Atmatra? Atmatra? You're muted. You are muted.
Yes, he's my brother.
Your bro- Namaskar. I thought he was
Namaskar.
saying something. You are trying to say something, sir?
मैं हिंदी बोलना चाहते बुद्धा
हिंदी में बोलिए।
बुद्धा ने जो अपने जीवन में दुख देखे थे और उससे ओवरकम करने के लिए उन्होंने ये राजपाट छोड़ के बाहर निकल गए हो।
सही बात है, बिल्कुल सही बात है। So it is similar. So Rajendra, I'm coming back to you, and Girish, if I miss any of your point, please bring it back. I'm not sure if I'm going to miss your point. It was deep, but let me put my point. If I have missed a point, Girish, please interrupt and correct me. To fill in the blanks, okay? So my point is this, and this is a very important session, my dear friends. So Rajendra, I'm going to where you stopped, okay? What did Buddha see? At that time, he was not Buddha. He was Siddhartha Gautama. He was the prince. Am I right, Kumar Swami? He was Prince Siddhartha Gautama. And what did he see? He was enjoying life. They were sending him to girls and they were giving him wine and he was drinking and he was womanizing and he was doing everything. That is the truth. Then he saw death. First, he saw a bird dying. They hit an arrow in a bird and a bird died. He did not know the meaning of death. Then he said, what is this death? He saw blood. So people said, ha ha, he, who, he, and they hid the meaning of death. Then he saw disease. He saw people crying. He saw people suffering. Then he saw death of a person. And he saw a lot of suffering. People are crying. People don't have money. People don't have food. So people were suffering so much. Then, because of all this suffering, he said, the kind of pleasure I'm enjoying in my life is not happiness. This is not sukha. This is not life. This is not the purpose of life. Just so he went on a war. In a war, he saw hundreds and thousands of people dead in the war. Correct? The prince saw hundreds of people of dead. He said, what is this? Why are we conquering? For what? So he did not know the answer. And to get the answer, one night, he left. He went on a talash. He was, I don't know what he called it, but he renounced the world. And he went to search for answers. Do you think the Buddha found the answer easily? No. If you look at the Buddha story, he went from one Hindu master to second master to third master to fourth master. He went to Mahavira. At that time, the Jains were there. And he went to Mahavira and he tried to learn from Mahavira. That's when he went into fasting, my dear friends. And he became like a stick. When he became like a stick, then he was questioned. What will you get? If you become like a stick, what will you get? You will die. So what? The Jain Munis, I don't know how many of you know it. Today's session is a little different session, my dear friends, but let's take it. The Jain Munis, they take the hair and they pluck. I don't know if you know it. One by one, they pluck. And they say, this suffering will make us realize God. How this suffering will make us realize God? So, but millions of Jains follow it. Millions of Jains think tapasya is the way. So the Buddha went in quest of the answers. And when he found the answer, he became the Buddha. Prince Siddhartha Gautama, when he realized the truth, when he was enlightened, then he became the Buddha. And what did he realize? Exactly what we are talking in this call every day. What did he realize? We are not the body. We are not the body will die. We are not the mind. We are not the ego. And he stopped there. He said, we have to escape from the cycle of death and rebirth. We need nirvana. And he stopped. But we are not touching that subject today. Today, the subject is, are we ready to renounce anything? Anything. I'm not talking about everything. Are we ready to renounce anything? We are caught in samsara. The boat is tied, not the boat by one rope. One rope, anchor, lock, chain. The boat is tied, and then we want to discover the ocean. How will we discover the ocean? And we are not having the courage like the Buddha. The Buddha did not say, Sharam koi baat pe wo karta nahi. Farz uska koi zinda nahi. So he doesn't bother. We spoke about this on Friday. How a yogi. So my dear friends, I thought today's subject is a very profound subject. I don't know if you may have answers. Many people have questions, I know. So administrator, please get the questions one by one. Let them ask me. But let's not go away from the plot. Are we ready to leave the samsara? We don't have to, we are not like Buddha. We don't have to leave and go to the forest. But are we ready to leave the false pleasures which are giving us suffering? And are we ready to realize the truth? So we have to try to realize the truth. Administrator, Girish, so did we miss any point of yours, Girish?
Somewhere I remember reading root cause of suffering he wanted to discover.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. Anything else? So you're right, Girish. He wanted the root cause of suffering, Girish, plus he wanted something more. He wanted to find, I hope you agree with me. One, he wanted the root cause of suffering. But then he said life has a bigger meaning. He wanted to understand, what is this damn it life? What is this? It is not just to be a king. So you are right. I totally agree with you. What is the root cause of suffering? That is one part of his quest. But the other part of his quest is, what the hell am I a king for? What will I do with the palace? What will I do with all these girls and the women and wealth and wine? What will I do? That spark was in him. You agree, Girish? That spark took him to find the root cause of suffering. Okay, questions, Administrator. Thank you, Girish. Questions, Administrator.
Bridget has a question.
Yes, Bridget, my dear. Bridget.
Hi, dear.
Hi. Tell
I
me.
would like to know how Buddha can ignore God and be enlightened, because God is part of enlightened.
So how Buddha does not believe in God, you said, right?
Yes, I know.
So Bridget, so Buddha did not talk about God because in those days, there were millions of gods. There were millions of gods. People did not know the meaning of God. So Buddha was not talking about that God. But Buddha did not deny that there was a power. But Buddha kept silent. He never told yes or no. He just kept quiet. You get the point? Because at that point, there was too much religion. There was too much following of religion, and people were completely mad about gods. So Buddha said, don't talk about God. Have you seen God? You've not seen God. Keep quiet. Let us talk. That's why he spoke few days back. I told you, Apo Dipo Bhava. He said, you light your own light. That is what he said. But what you say is correct, Bridget. If we don't bring God in the picture, there can be no enlightenment. Correct? Without God, what is the meaning of life? Who created this? What makes you live? What makes me talk? It is the power of God.
Yes, probably.
Yeah, but Buddha did not speak of that.
It's strange.
Yeah, it is very strange, but remember this.
Because him.
Yeah, he did not.
Because him. I don't
Huh?
understand why. Because him. I
Yeah,
get
but
highlight man, and he don't believe in God and pray God and everything like this.
no, he
It's
did
pretty
not
weird
believe.
for me to understand this way.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. Let's take the good points of Buddha. Just take the good points of him and stop there, and then we go forward from there. Okay. Administrator, next question. Sudeep Bhargava.
Yeah, Shivam, sir.
Yes, Sudeep, sure. We can't hear you. You don't seem to have a connection. Your video is clear, but your audio is not clear. Yes, Sudeep, try. Just try once again. Please try talking.
I think that.
Try to switch off your video and try audio. Try to switch off your video and keep audio and try. Yes, Sudeep, try.
Yes, is it audible now?
Yes, audible. Please speak, Sudeep.
Okay, sir, I joined a bit late, so I'm not sure about the question, but whatever I could make out is about the root cause of the suffering.
Yeah.
So I had a point to make that what I could understand is that the root cause for the suffering is that we have taken a birth. The point that we have...
No, 1 minute. Sudeep, you have to, this is the context of the main question is, why did Buddha renounce the palace and all his kingdom and everything? That is the question we are discussing.
Okay, fine, sir.
Okay, so you have to come back to it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Shivam.
Administrator, anybody else?
I have a typed question if there are no live questions there.
Live question, anybody? Otherwise, type.
Guruji, I just want to add one thing. Sorry, it is not today according to today's question, but yesterday's question. I want to add one thing, that Guru is like a doctor. As patient cannot hide anything from the doctor, similarly, the Guru will only enlighten us if we don't hide our real thing from the Guru. Guru can only take us to the enlightenment when we share honestly our problem and don't hide anything from him.
Obviously, you're right, Kiran. Thank you for the addition. Because if you hide, then how will the Guru know? I never hid anything from my Guru. I never hid it. I used to speak to my Guru everything. And that is the way to get enlightened. Thank you.
Because then only Guru can take us to enlightenment.
Yeah, thank you. That was yesterday's question, but today's question, anybody else? Otherwise, you can read the typed question, the administrator.
Guruji.
Okay.
Yes, Kumar Swami.
Actually, when Buddha taken birth, when he was a small child, the Jyotisha people was telling that this person is going to become a sannyasi or a good king.
Correct.
So don't take this person outside till some age.
Correct.
So he will be grown in the palace only up to 26 years age.
Correct.
So all of a sudden, after 20 well matured person, all of 26 years age person went outside. He's seen everything new. Because gradually, if you seen means you will be accustomed with everything.
Correct.
But all of a sudden, he has seen one dead body and one sick person and one old age person. So all of a sudden, it has given a reaction in his mind. So definitely, he asked the neighbor person, what is this? So he said, yes, everybody will be going to happen in his life. So everybody has to die, everybody has to suffer, everybody has to go through all those things. So he has got immediately he wanted to know a solution for this. So how to avoid the suffering? So actually, you need not to leave the palace, but he thought the truth will available at somewhere else with gurus and with sannyasis, and he thought that, and then he left and he went up. And after that, he came to know that without leaving the palace also, we can know the truth. Afterwards, he came to know. But initially, he doesn't know the truth. He may get with some gurus. That's why he left the palace. He renounced the palace.
Excellent point. So Kumar Swami, no, what you say is perfectly correct. Let's add to a little bit to what you say. What you say is perfectly correct. You have given a good context to the subject. But Kumar Swami, when suddenly at this age of 26, when he saw all these things happening, he was flabbergasted. He was shocked. He was completely shocked. Correct. And Kumar Swami, you know the story that they were not allowing him to see any suffering.
Yes.
Correct. But by default, as a king, he went for war. He saw people dying. How many years? How many more years they will hide him from the suffering? Because he matured, he became an adult. So the point is that when he realized that what is this life? When he went for war, he saw this suffering. He saw the pleasure of the palace. He saw women, wealth, wine, Kumar Swami. Then he told himself, but this is not the meaning of life. Kumar Swami, why you and me are on this call today? We are on this call today for one reason, right? We want to find the meaning of life. Am I right? Is it clear?
Yes.
Let another 100 people be dancing for Deepavali and let them be playing poker and cards and drinking whiskey and let them be doing anything. But we on this call, we know that the purpose of life is not just to be caught in our family, not just to be caught in our duty, not just to be caught making money, not just to be caught trying to be successful. Yes. We know that there is more to possessions and people.
Yes.
And the people in this group are looking for answers. That's why people are coming every day, Kumar Swami. And that's why today's subject becomes very profound. That the Buddha, he left the palace. And we are not ready to, we sometimes think how to take 1 hour out per day for enlightenment. 1 hour. Buddha left everything. Yes. Buddha left his palace. Buddha left his wife. Buddha left his son. Buddha left his father, mother. Buddha left his friends. Buddha left his horse. Buddha left every damn thing that he had. And we are scared to leave even 1% of our life. Buddha was very clear. If he continued to live in the palace and he continued to live in the luxury, and what I call for all of you, you know what I call all of you? You are all in what I also used to be. We are in a comfort zone. We are not willing to lose our comfort zone. We don't want to become uncomfortable. Yes. And because we are so comfortable, my mother, my father, my daughter, my business, my money, my water, my glove, my bed, my car, we are so caught with my, that we are just caught. And we will never be enlightened. Therefore, if you want enlightenment, then you have to take one step back. You don't have to give up the full world. But come on. Like, how did Buddha realize the truth? Buddha said, no, I will not listen to these Brahmins. These Brahmins, these pujaris, I will not listen to these pandits. No, I will not allow. Somebody dies, all these pujas. I don't want all these pujas, he said. Why I must do these pujas? So that is, he questioned everything. But my dear friends, unless we are bold, Buddha is a mark of courage. Buddha is a sign of renunciation. To me, Buddha is a great inspiration. For me, I listen to that BK Modi serial, 52 serials of Buddha is available on YouTube. 52 serials, but don't watch too much of the drama-bazi of it. But the 52 serials of Buddha by BK Modi is an amazing thing to watch. I was inspired by that story. My guru told me to see that. And I watched 52 episodes of Buddha. And I'm telling you, I was impacted a lot. Because we need to realize the truth. And my dear friends, we should not be scared of renouncing the transient world, the temporary world, the transitory world. This world that we are attached to is not a real world. This world that we are attached to will one day leave us. Everything in this world will leave us. What are we attached to? When are we going to attach ourselves to the truth? That is the important question. So, Administrator, do we have any other questions before we are reaching the end of the session?
We have a typed question, eh?
Huh?
We have a typed question.
Quickly, tell me the type questions quickly.
Shilpa says,
One second. Kumar Swami is saying something. Yes.
Actually,
Kumar Swami?
after enlightenment, Buddha came back to his kingdom, and his wife asked one question.
Huh.
So, whatever the truth you discovered, can't you discover in palace? It is there in the forest only. It is not there here. So he was agreed. I too don't know, but I thought gurus will answer for that. That's why.
So,
But the question was very good question.
No,
by
I have
his wife.
a
Truth
lot.
will be there everywhere.
No, I have a lot to answer. I have a lot to answer to give answer to this question. We will take it tomorrow. What Buddha's wife told what happened, let us not hurry with that. Let us take that question tomorrow. Please don't forget the question tomorrow, Kumar Swami. We will touch this point tomorrow. Because there is a lot of meaning why you have to come. So, if you are living in samsara, you may not get enlightenment because the samsara will attract you. If Buddha was living, imagine Kumar Swami, you have 5 Bollywood girls sitting on your lap, and blue label, black label, gold label flowing on your head. Is it so easy to achieve enlightenment? If you have Deepika Padukone sitting on one lap and you have Aishwarya Rai sitting on second lap, is it no? So therefore, please excuse my being very explicit, but we will discuss this tomorrow in detail. Administrator, I thought you want to close by 1 or 2 typed questions. Is it necessary?
Yes.
we don't have time, Ed. Today it's already.
So we'll take the questions tomorrow. Please keep the questions tomorrow. Today, my dear friends, today is one session which we have not completed. So tomorrow we will continue. I hope you agree. We will continue on this session about what happened to Buddha, why he left, what we should do, what we should learn from the Buddha, and what we should not learn, like Bridget said something. So what we should learn, what we should not learn, and how we should go beyond the Buddha, and how we can become like the Buddha. You can become enlightened if you follow a path of being detached from the material world. But that we will only take tomorrow. For today, from this beautiful Dal Lake of Srinagar, Kashmir, I bow down to you, folded hands. Shivoham, Shivoham.